Hey, I want to tell you a story because the craziest thing happened to me today. You see, I was at work. It was like any other day. I was hanging out with my coworkers, having a good time, making the most of the day. And when I'm about to clock out, my boss goes, Anthony, you mind going to my office? I want to ask you a question. I was like, sure, we're cool. We have fun here. I'm going to go in. A little bit of time goes by. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little excited. I don't know what to expect from him. And that's when he leans in and asks me, he goes, uh, we got to let you go. When do you want your last day to be? Do you want it to be Friday or do you want it to be Sunday? I was a little taken back. I thought we had a little bit more time here, but that's okay. Because Stephanie and I have been working on a few things and I'm excited to pursue those. And that's what we're going to get into this video. But before we get into that, allow me to apologize because it's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you, especially without a dope beat to step to. And I really should have done a formal video explaining what was going on because I've had several people ask me online and ask me in person, like, why haven't you been posting videos? What have you been up to? What is going on? Because I'm not just bad at YouTube. I actually go on like 3-4 month hiatuses on Instagram as well. So people ask questions. But yeah, I feel like the best place to start is like the beginning where I left you guys off in the first place. And that was with me doing the YouTube channel with the goal of doing it full time. You see, at the time, my goal was to do photography, videography for a living. I enjoyed it. I love it. I have such an amazing time. I get so excited when I put an awesome like montage together. It just, sometimes I'm like, I literally like get up and almost dance. So with that said, the ideal situation would be for me to create videos for myself. And for me to do that, I have to grow a YouTube channel. And for me to grow a YouTube channel, I have to establish a niche. Honestly, I felt like there's so many things I could talk about. I have a successful YouTube channel for fish tanks, as silly as that sounds. But that's not something I want to do every single day. Talking about SEO is something I'm passionate about because I've learned so much through that first YouTube channel. But it's something I'm not passionate about like so many other incredible creators. Photography, videography is something I really enjoy, but I felt like an imposter creating videos on things I just learned, especially when I'm just getting into this. So growing the channel wasn't going as planned, and that's okay. Because I believe that you can find success in different levels, right? And this worked out because I did accomplish the goal of creating, like doing photography and videography for other people. And through that, I learned I didn't like doing it for other people as much as I enjoyed doing it for myself. So I didn't really want to pursue that for a career. Luckily, when I started my YouTube channel, Stephanie, I encouraged her to start hers. And in combination of everything I know about growing a YouTube channel, how to effectively do tags and titles and find holes in a niche that you can fulfill, we applied that to her passion and drive for knowledge in astrology and New Age personal development. Because of that, we created a video on all the basics about Capricorn, and that video just exploded. It is actually her first video to actually hit 100,000 subs, and within about a year, we're almost at 3,000 subs on that channel alone. And that's not the craziest number, but it's nothing to scoff at, especially when you realize that we have been posting like maybe one inconsistent, like unscheduled video a month. So we're really excited about actually taking that and being a bit more serious about it. But with that said, I felt like I accomplished my goal of doing photography and videography. It's just not for myself. And I was happy with that. I experienced what it was like to create videos for other people. I was helping Stephanie with her channel and finding success. And like I said, there's levels to success. I didn't have to create my own channel to be successful. With that said, Stephanie's channel, by the way, if you're into astrology and like New Age personal development, is at Steph Prism, was being very successful. So we combine that with another passion of hers, which is creating candles. We started a line called the Peria, and what it is like manifestation candles. So they're all herb and scent associated for you to help align you with whatever you're trying to bring into your life, whether that be through prayer, meditation, visualization, bubble baths when you're getting ready for work, whatever it is for you. Everything is picked to help align you with whatever you're trying to bring into your life. And when we started it, we only had a few $100s. We had the YouTube channel funneling sales to it. We had a few $100s in it. And luckily, a few years ago, I actually saved up enough money for us not to work for a while. Now, there isn't a budget to actually start a business, especially as far into that budget as we were. So at the time, I decided, you know what? You focus on the Perriot. I'll still help. You do the Perriot full time. I'll do part time. I'll get a full time job, and you get a part time job to help like replenish some of our funds. You can pay some of your bills, pay off some credit card debt or whatever, and I can rebuild this bank account so that we can fund the Perriot and hopefully like find something that brings me joy, something that's for myself that I can feel proud about. Luckily, with strict budgeting, we saved almost everything we made. And within a few months, we're back to where we were when we got the old apartment, which is exciting because that was my goal. You see, this is the first time I ever had a 9-to-5. So my vision there was a few things I wanted to accomplish. One, I wanted to experience what it was like to have a 9-to-5. Two, I wanted to replenish the bank account so it gave us some freedom if something happened with the job. And three, I wanted to gain the experience of having a 9-to-5 so that if it wasn't something I enjoyed, I could always use that as motivation to help push me in whatever I'm trying to do. So we're a couple months into this job and we get a new apartment, and that's when I find out that I'm being let go, that I'm no longer going to be working at the company I'm working at, which is cool because when everyone asked me how it felt to be laid off, my reaction was simple. It felt like a literal weight was lifted off my shoulders. You see, 9-to-5, I can see the appeal for people. I honestly enjoyed it a bit myself, but I can't see myself doing it long term. And the problem is, I fell in love with my coworkers. I felt like even though I was unhappy with this whole idea of having someone else decide your future in a way, I enjoyed the people I worked with and I'm grateful for all of them. So even though I wanted to quit, I felt like I was letting them down, like I was putting them in a spot. So that's why it literally felt like a weight was lifted off my shoulder. I haven't stopped smiling since it happened because I'm excited for the future. And what I'm excited about is trading. And I know this is probably catching you guys from like way off somewhere else, but the truth is I've been trading stocks and like cryptocurrency for like 5 years on and off. And though I've stopped maybe 3-4 times because I failed in a way that is like, I failed like the first time I lost a few $1,000s, the second time I started doing real estate, the third time I was finding success trading crypto, but I personally decided I wanted to keep my money in there so I didn't have funds to actually trade. And the thing is with crypto, it's like a 24-hour market, and as competitive as I am, if it's 24 hours open, I'm on 24 hours and I actually got burnt out. So a few months into this job, I'm thinking about like, what am I going to do when I leave here? Because I know I'm not staying for too much longer. And in the back of my head, I was always like, man, you should trade again. You should trade again. You should trade again. It takes away everything, all the negatives of what you don't enjoy, and it allows you to be competitive, and it allows you to create your own hours, and it has an unlimited ceiling, even though there is risk. So I started about a month ago trading again, and I've found success. I'm trading well. Granted, it's only been a month, and the losing streaks will happen, but it's something that I'm confident that I can do full time if I put full time hours in. And now that I know what it's like to work a 9 to 5, now that I know what it's like to go to a job I don't want to go to, I can use that as motivation to treat this like a job. I can look at the graphs, I can establish my trades, I can establish time for studying and everything I want to do to help progress me in this career. And I want to share that with you, because one of the top tools that we are told as new traders by established traders is to have a trading journal. A trading journal allows you to talk about every aspect of your day, because you will eventually, with enough data points, be able to see the corresponding habits that go along with you trading well, and on the flip side, see the corresponding habits that have you trading bad. On top of this, it allows me to create videos. It allows me to establish a niche in a way. It allows me to help those who actually want to learn, because I'm learning too. So we're going to be learning together. I'm going to stumble across things. I'm going to be pulling up. I'm going to be reading a lot. I'm going to be just establishing such a large pool of knowledge and kind of fine tuning what works for me. But during the process, I'm going to be sharing it with you so you can kind of like cherry pick what works for you. And at the end of the day, honestly, this is something that I wish I had when I first started trading. A way to actually like pick up on terms and actually have like a baseline to actually establish like where I can go from there. But yeah, that's what you can expect. And I think that the best way to do this in the foreseeable future, especially in the beginning, is to do it almost daily, at least every day that the markets are open. So you can see like what trades I'm looking at, what graphs I'm looking at, why I got in, why I got out, my whole thought process and everything. You can see me fail, you can see me succeed, you can follow along. Just know I'm not a financial advisor. All right? There you go. That is the foreseeable future. But I want to show you guys something I'm really excited about. Check out that trading setup, editing setup, everything set up. Wait. Where am I going to sit? Damn it!